we got to get the song ready, obviously. You know, every time we got to have the song.
What is it this week? Classic.
Been feeling this tune a lot recently, people.
Love this song, man. Joey. Superpowers.
The world's looking a bit down, but remember, there's always some sort of hope.
It's for my people. Trying to stay alive and just stay peaceful. So hard to survive, it was so lethal. Who would take a stand and be our hero? It's for my people.
Everybody, R.I.P. to George Floyd.
Absolutely.
R.I.P. to Sandra Bland.
Absolutely.
Arrest our killers immediately. And R.I.P. to anyone else who's lost their lives recently due to the stupidness of the police force and the systematic oppression
and racism. Rest in peace to Tommy Arise. Rest in peace to Eric Garner. Rest in peace to Michael Brown.
And Trayvon Martin. There's just so many.
Too many.
There's so many names to go through now, and it's getting past the joke.
And we're not even touching on UK. We're not even talking about. We haven't even mentioned Mark Duggan, Rashawn Charles. Many others. But yeah.
So yeah. Welcome back. This is the Beers and Birds podcast. It's your host with the most, Lloyd Evans.
This is Mahesh Parker. I was trying to think of a funny joke, but I didn't have the comedic timing for it. So
yeah, you do that every time. Every single time.
But yeah.
We've been away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot going. Well, we sort of thought when we looked at the current landscape of things after we recorded last, and we were sort of like, there's not much of a point getting back into recording just yet.
Yeah.
Because not much was going on. We were in the middle of quarantine back then. And also, there's a lot more going on in the world right now, and we didn't want to take anything away from anything that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Plus, we've also been like super busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is good. But yeah.
But yeah, this is probably one of the first time me and Mahesh spoke properly to each other in a while. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Keeping busy. It's good. It's weird because, like, I don't know, I want to get out there and, like, do stuff as normal because, today's shop's opened up and stuff like that, but I'm just taking extra precautions. But yeah, no, I'm good. I've been busy. I've been doing a lot over the last few weeks, but it's good. The time is going. Time is flying, which is good. And I think it's needed, especially with lockdown. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah. Mm.
And you?
Yeah. Circumstances could be better.
Absolutely.
But, we're staying positive. We're staying focused throughout this whole thing. There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, and
it just makes me sad.
And yeah, may I add, like...
No, carry on.
In terms of, like... I mean, personally, I've been good and I'm blessed to, be good. But, yeah, that's not taking anything away from all the injustice and bullshit that's going on in the world. And
No. You're allowed to be good, bro. You're allowed to be good.
Yeah.
But, I think we should just get straight into it.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
So, a lot's happened. A lot's progressed.
Yes.
Since we last recorded, a lot happened. There was I think it didn't all start there because this has been an issue going on in the Western world. Well, not just the Western world, all the world.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Centuries.
Way before our birth.
Yeah.
Centuries, and it might not it might not be as in our face as before, but it's still there. And I guess that all started getting brought to light with the horrible death of George Floyd.
Absolutely, and it's a weird one because sorry, go on, man.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, even though it's a weird one because while I do think that it's kind of not in our face. It's weird because the microaggressions that that convey the racism, they've always been there, and they're still there, and they're still going on, and hopefully those steps, are taken to try and get rid of that. But yeah, it's still there, man, and yeah, a lot needs to be done. But yeah, I don't know if that made sense, but hey.
No, yeah, so this resurgence of this all, which has been beautiful to see, recently started with the unfortunate death of George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I didn't watch the video. I don't like watching those kind of videos because at the end of the day, when I watch those videos, I always just think, this man has a mother.
Yeah.
This man has a daughter that has to see this. I don't know if he has. I think he does have a daughter. That has to see this every day when they wake up, and I don't know if they want to see that sort of video. Like, I'm sure they're happy that everyone's getting behind the support from him, but they don't need to see the video online.
Yeah.
But just sort of seeing that and just all the other cases that have occurred and sort of how the police have been dealing with rioting, it's just it just breaks my heart.
Yeah,
man.
honestly,
like it's just nothing more I can say about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I didn't watch the video either. I've seen pictures, of course. I think the pictures were spread all across social media, but like,
yeah, same. Unfortunately,
yeah. And I was saying to I was saying to some friends from secondary, like, it's just weird because it didn't really hit me until this time where I was just like, yo, like, it's crazy how I have kind of become desensitized to how, because
I think we all
yeah,
had.
since 2000 and I think 12.
I think we all had
2012. Like, I've been seeing videos of black.
I think Trayvon Martin.
Yeah,
Trayvon Martin was 2013 maybe.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah, ever since then we've been seeing videos on social media, and it's fucking sad, man. Like, first of all, it's sad, it's heartbreaking. The murder of George Floyd is just, I mean, I think I can't even put it into words. Like, again, I didn't watch the video, but from seeing some of the images, and you just see the life flowing out of George Floyd's eyes, and it's just heartbreaking. And Derek Chauvin, like, the way he murdered him was just fucking brutal. He was screaming, "I can't breathe." He was screaming for his mother, who had passed away a few years prior, and
I heard about that. I'm really glad I didn't watch it. I think I might have cried.
Yeah, and again, the thing is, I know I'm describing it. I'm not. I haven't watched it. I'm just going off of, like, how people have described it, and the fact that the three other officers didn't even look at what was going on and think, oh no, he's being excessive. Like, it's just horrific that they just let this happen. And also the reason the police were called, it's ridiculous. Like, I think the police were called because of a supposed counterfeit note, like a bill, which wasn't even counterfeit. Like, it's just insane. It's just, yeah, it's horrific. It's horrific, and it's so dehumanizing. And like, my thoughts and respect to, like, I mean, again, I'm of Indian descent. Lloyd is of British and Pakistani descent. Like, even though we're talking about it, I can imagine that it, not even imagine, it definitely hits harder for black people all over the world. And I can't even just begin to imagine the pain, just seeing your brethren and your sisters and their lives just dehumanized all the time, and the treatment by the police is just horrific. And yeah, and also, like, what's also been even more heartbreaking is there have been people peacefully protesting, and I'm just seeing, like, every day I feel like on social media, and I'm so glad in a weird way. Like, I saw like a post about like wanting to kind of come off social media so that you're kind of taking a bit of a break and, kind of getting away from it, because it is overwhelming. It is overwhelming for a lot of people, absolutely. But also at the same time, social media is kind of keeping us informed, because the news channels, they're just not showing us the reality of what's going on. They are agenda driven, and they are driven politically, and it's horrific. Like, I feel like every day I've gone onto Twitter or Instagram, and I've just seen yet another example of police brutality, and just a use of force that is not necessary in any way, shape, or form. And it's just heartbreaking. But I think, like, the positive, at least I think from what I've seen, like I've seen far more people engage with it and try and understand that it is an issue than ever before.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely wicked, and it needs to happen for, I think, change to be made. And again, I'm no, I'm sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm not.
Sorry, man.
Of course, like I'm no authority on this matter, but you know, it's refreshing to see people understand the reality and to try and make that change. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I just want to say the only positive to come out of this is that Black Lives Matters. I think I don't have a fact. This is just a fact that my friend told me. One of those friend facts that I'm just passing on. So hopefully this is right. She might know, but apparently Black Lives Matter is now the biggest civil rights movement in history.
That's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing, and
just to see people, not just of black descent, not just of Asian descent, like to see a lot of white people finally wake up to finally have those conversations. Because as a straight white male, obviously my head said that I'm a Pakistani descent, but if a policeman saw me, he wouldn't think that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would get the benefit of the doubt, and sort of just seeing people. I know before I thought it was very. A lot of people used to get very awkward about it when you're talking about race and talking about how maybe if you don't want to admit it, you might play into these microaggressions. And I think this sort of lets people realize that even if it was like they weren't consciously sort of buying into these microaggressions, that they can look at their actions and maybe realize, oh wait, maybe you know, if I see a black person on the road with a hood up, like, and it's raining, maybe he just wants to get home and it's cold, like I don't have to cross the road, you know, that kind of stuff. And just not that's just a very minimalistic, that's a very bottom scale thing. That's just but to see people finally wake up and question the government and question the system that's just institutionalizes people of color, especially black people, it's just that makes me happy. It's upset me that we've had to have so much sort of in the past few weeks, so much hurt and so much pain to get this change. But at the same time, I am really happy that people are turning up to these protests even during COVID-19 times. So you got to think. I mean, I was at a protest. I mean, Sheffield's not a huge city, but when I went and I was a bit worried, I was like, oh, what if no one turns up? Fam, there were people for like, there was at least 2,000 people there, 3,000 people there during COVID-19.
Yeah.
And it just makes you think, like, if it wasn't COVID-19, how many more people would have showed up? And how many more people are now feeling sick of this system? And I'm just that just makes me happy. A lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are having these awkward conversations with their family members. You know, it's all about just questioning people and making sure they know what's right is right.
Absolutely.
End of the day, you know, you have to be the change. I mean, I sound like Michael Jackson, but like, you've got to be the change you want to see at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, and I think, I credit people because I think for a lot of people, this might be their first kind of insight into, you know, social awareness and activism, and not even insight, just the beginning of their journey and understanding, you know, that just some of the things that need to be changed. But yeah, it has to, like, everyone, we just have to take those steps, like, not just online, and again, who am I to speak on this, but like, not just online, we got to take action in terms of our own mindset, in terms of our family, in terms of our friends. Like, if you see any kind of race,
At the end of the day, when we were all babies, if you put a black baby, a white baby, an Asian baby, you know, so if you put, I don't know, a baby from Jamaica, a baby from Ghana, a baby from Germany, a baby from England, a baby from Pakistan, a baby from Korea, they're all just going to play together.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's actually crazy. Like, I
could put a blue baby in there, they wouldn't care. And it's because it's all just learned behavior. Like, a human nature isn't to hate people, because it's like, think about it, you don't do it when you're a child. You're taught it, and it's just about waking up and realizing, like, it's just fucking wrong. Like,
absolutely, man, absolutely. And I think, like, it's crazy because for me, I think the first time I grasped the concept of race, I think, was when I was in year 5. I think I was about 9 years old, and I remember being sat in an assembly and being told about Martin Luther King, and like from then, and I was just there, and I was just like, whoa, like, what's going on here? And then like,
I think mine was Nelson Mandela, maybe like primary school.
Yeah, and then as I got older, like, and as I've got even older, even now, I'm just, my eyes have been open to just some of the issues that we face. For example, like the disproportionate amount of black males in the UK who are likely to be stopped and searched compared to their white or other individuals of different ethnicities. Like, if you look at the US in terms of like the incarceration, I don't remember the exact stat, but like if you look at the statistics, like this, it just doesn't make sense. And I think that is a reflection of the racism that exists within our system and what we have to get rid of. Like, also just seeing, I think I saw a video, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago on Twitter, of a guy just chilling in his block of flats. He was doing absolutely nothing, and he was approached by a female police officer.
Was it Rich Fries? Who's that?
No, this is a different one. But like, she basically stopped and searched him for no good reason. And then also, I think I saw another video, I think 3 weeks ago, of a guy who was driving a nice car, and it's just disgusting. Like, some police will see black men driving a nice car and think, oh, it's stolen, and that's why they stopped him, because I think they said to him, oh, they were gonna see if the car had drugs. Like, it's things like that. Like, it's very deep rooted, and a lot of steps need to be taken. But I'm just glad that I think people are starting to become more aware, and hopefully, it isn't a trend where people, because like, people see everyone around them like a trendy thing, and people support it just for now, because that just can't happen. Like, it has to be a thing that everyone is aware of, and everyone is always making steps of, because otherwise it's just gonna ebb back and forth. Like, it's gonna get worse, then something will happen again, then people will, like, some people will wake up, then it'll go back to normal. No, that cannot happen. Like, we all have to take steps to try and combat this. And I mean, as you mentioned, like Wretch 3 too, like what happened to his dad was just absolutely disgusting. Like, police broke into the house and tasered his dad, who was 62 years old. Like, it's just, it's just absolute. I can't. Like, yeah, I just, but yeah.
But yeah, just everyone just keep trying. Keep signing petitions. I know it doesn't seem like it might be a lot, but you never know. Stuff might change. It can all change as we just keep working. As our generation, eventually we will be the people there. And we just gotta hope that the people that were at the rally on Sunday aren't raising kids.
Yeah, man.
I think we should. Do you want to speak about that? Was
Saturday.
it Saturday or Sunday?
I think it was Saturday.
It was disgusting.
Absolutely
disgusting.
So
how did it start? Basically, there was a statue.
I think his name is
Bristol,
Edward Colston.
right?
Edward Colston.
Of a slave trader, and people rightfully. I don't care what his name is. I ain't trying to give him no more shine. But it's disgusting when you think about how much stuff, especially not really. I guess in the UK, I'm not too sure about the UK. I don't really know the history in the UK like that.
Yeah.
But I know in America, like a lot of the buildings and stuff, like stuff's just named after slave traders.
Yeah, and Confederate.
They have a whole day celebrating Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane.
Thanksgiving is the celebration of mass genocide when you think about it.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. It's just wild. But yeah, I think it started with that statue being rightfully toppled. Like I don't think anyone can have any complaints. He was a slave trader, and a lot of what he was able to do was because of the money he made through the slave trade. And I think it's just abhorrent that someone like that should be placed on a pedestal and have a statue dedicated to them. But I think some people, kicked up a stink. They were like, oh, you can only do this democratically, blah, de, blah, de, blah. But the problem is, I think, and I think this is also something we've seen in terms of protests as well. Some people have been like, oh, the protests, the protests haven't been peaceful. Like, oh, this, that, and that has happened. But I think what you have to understand is people have been peacefully protesting for years and trying to take democratic steps for years. And I think sometimes you just have to not radical,
You know
but
what it is, man? It's also the protests for the most part have been peaceful.
yeah. I'm just talking about like
That's what I know.
Yeah.
They've been peaceful.
yeah,
I've seen loads of videos. And obviously, I've not been at every single protest in the UK.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I've seen loads of videos coming from these places. There are people celebrating, not celebrating,
Absolutely.
but just sort of
Yeah.
celebrating their culture, and I love that, like celebrating the lives of these people who've unfortunately died. You know, but for the most part, they have been peaceful.
Yeah.
It's been. I mean, it's been a bunch of people, not just black people, white people, Asian people, all together saying this isn't right.
Yeah.
And I think because the government is scared of people enforcing change,
Yeah.
these narratives that they haven't been peaceful are just leaked and spread.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, okay, let me try and rephrase. I take back what I said. Like, I don't think I articulated it very well, but I think what I meant to say, like, I'm mostly referring to I'm referring to like the Minneapolis protests that were happening in Minnesota.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant in the UK. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry, that was
No
me
worries,
being-
man. No
That
worries.
was me being UK biased.
No worries, but no,
That was me
in the
being
UK, honestly,
biased. I was about to say, in UK, nothing's really happened.
honestly, for the like, I can assure you, like 90 to 95% of protests have been peaceful here, and like even like there's not been a single violent protest. Like there've been some people being stupid, but that is it. But like I think in Minneapolis, you know, there was like looting and like fires and things like that.
Again, I do understand.
Honestly,
That's
what I meant.
I get it. I think my only problem is leave people's businesses alone.
Yeah, like small businesses. Yeah.
Don't touch anyone's independent shop, because that's how they feed their family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd rather small
I
businesses.
think that's where, if they're racist, go ahead, actually.
Yeah.
If they're racist, go
Yeah.
ahead. But, you know, if people are allies, if they're black businesses especially, leave those shits alone. Go smash Target up. Go smash up chain stores that aren't franchises. You know,
yeah, because they have insurance, and and it's, you know,
they have insurance, and those are the ones where if you're a threat to them, there's most likely going to be change.
Yeah.
But also just be careful, please. Just like if you are, I know one's American listening to this, but everyone just be careful, because I don't want to see people arrested for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, okay,
Go ahead.
I saw you know, looting, fires, and this, that, and the other, but like, ultimately, you know, I think within a day or two of that, I'm not sure if I'm getting this right in terms of timeline. I think everything has been a big, you know, like a blur. But like the 4 officers were charged, and also Derek Chauvin, who was the murderer of George Floyd, he was initially charged with 3rd-degree murder. It was then raised to the 2nd degree, and it showed that, like, you know, action made a difference. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know if we've articulated that as well as we wanted to, but I hope you guys understand. But yeah, back to the protest here, and not really the protest, the violence, really, the bullshit that happened on Saturday.
But yeah, so people were defacing the statue of Winston Churchill because Winston Churchill was racist. Set up concentration camps in places such as Kenya. I'm pretty sure he was pro-slavery or something along the lines of that. Because they think somehow Winston Churchill single-handedly defeated the Nazis. Like he was Captain America.
It just wasn't the case. But
it just wasn't. I mean, he did. I did understand their point, though. He did do a lot for England during that time. Like, I guess I wasn't there, so I can't speak.
Yeah.
But from what I've been told, but again, are the history books correct? Because we don't learn about people. We don't learn about the Hitlers of the slave trade. Like, who were the people in the slave trade who did what Hitler did? You know what I mean? And that actually got away with it. We don't learn about them kind of people. But
yeah,
after Sunday, I say tear all the statues down. I want to see them crawl. I want to see their blood boil, because the display of what I saw after so many peaceful Black Lives Matter protests, we had people abusing police, you know, throwing stuff at police sources. We had
Nazi salutes,
chanting racist stuff. Nazi salute. How could you be protecting Winston Churchill
Yeah.
and throwing up Nazi gang signs.
And you know what's
It's
even more
stupid.
hilarious? Loads of people came from, like, thousands came from all across the UK. Like, they came from their villages and wherever they were from to protect a statue that has already been boarded up for protection. Like, it's not making sense. Like, what are you protecting?
People are just using this whole statue thing just to show their true colours. That's what it is.
And
I'm just
perpetuate.
happy
Yeah,
that finally people can't say the UK is not racist. Like, finally, you can't look at Saturday and be like, oh, they're just proud of their country. No, they're not.
no.
They're
It
EDL,
goes
man.
beyond that.
You know,
It goes
Tommy
beyond
Robson's there at home for a reason. The fucking prick.
Pussy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and yeah, just a contradiction. And the worst thing was, like, with the Black Lives Matter protest in the UK. Again, I'm not talking about the US. Like, they have been very peaceful, and there have been a tiny minority of people who have, confronted police and been silly. But the problem is with the media here. I mean, it's a pile of rubbish, really. They picked up on a few of these niche occurrences and then reported that to suggest that the protests were violent and there was thuggery going on, which is just not the case. Like, but given the way the media is, they'll try and spin anything for a story, and we already know the kind of rubbish that goes on. But yeah, what happened on Saturday? And the funniest thing about Saturday, I saw something from Sky News which was absolutely disgusting. Like, so I'm gonna be 100% real. Like, the violence that was happening on Saturday, it was all white people. Like, it was all like English men, and
all of it, white crime. I don't. Black people that I've seen lots of black people keep tweeting that, man. White crime. I don't feel safe around these thugs. You know what I mean? It's real.
And yeah, I think what I saw from Sky News was that so they were saying, oh, the police are worried about the violence, but they use images of Black Lives Matter protesters who were nowhere near, like, there was just not that many.
No, they were in a different place.
Engaging in violence, and the only ones who were the ones who were defending themselves in Trafalgar Square because they had these thugs around them, surrounding them, looking for a fight. Like,
you can't. If you poke a lion, the lion's gonna bite.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, you can't expect to
That's human nature. If you're racist to someone, you keep racist, you get a racist chance, you're gonna get banged. Like,
you can
it's not gonna run. Deservingly so.
It's not gonna run. So yeah, and
and then I saw the image. I saw the image of the black guy saving the white racist. And it just made me feel like that's the image I want on the front page of every newspaper. But it's not gonna be.
Funnily enough, I think it was actually on the front page of the Sun, and the Sun said, I think they said something along the lines of, "Oh, it's not." Oh, wait, what was it they said? Something along the lines of, "It's not black versus white, it's everyone versus racist," which is so fucking cheeky coming from that scum rag newspaper.
It is.
But yeah,
it is.
But yeah,
that's right. But I can't believe the Sun said that.
Yeah, like, who knows?
Yeah, man? I think but that's how you know. That's how you know we're going somewhere, Mahesh. Even if the Sun newspaper have to finally admit this country's racist, then we're going somewhere.
Yeah, but then again,
like, I mean?
I guess I'm being a bit cynical here. Like, while I hope that is the case, while I hope it is, it might just be them thinking, oh, Black Lives Matter is trending. We're like, if we kind of hop on this wave, we're gonna get more reads and all this rubbish. I hope that's not the case. I hope. I can't think of anyone.
It's utter dog rubbish. Fuck Rupert Murdoch and fuck the Sun.
Yeah, but
now and forever.
Yeah, and like, funnily enough, I was actually pleasantly surprised to see Boris Johnson and Priti Patel call them out. Although it was quite funny how Priti Patel had all the chat last week when there were Black Lives Matter protests. She had threads. She had threads, but this week she didn't have a lot to say. I think that's quite funny. But yeah.
Yeah, she really confuses me.
She's just, man.
But,
she's just vile woman, man. I don't like Priti Patel at all.
Yeah, we won't get into that. That's a bit too much. Yeah. But yeah, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been posting, because just keep posting. Don't think that because we should stop posting because people are getting annoyed. This is one thing that you need to keep posting about. You need to keep letting people know I want to thank you to the organisers of all these rallies and marches and what are they, protests. You lot are amazing. You're doing God's work right now.
Absolutely.
And thank you. And thank you to everyone who's gone to war, anyone who's signed to the petition, anyone's donating money, you know, just that kind of stuff. Like, it's awesome that there's so many people coming together. And it sucks that, you know, humans, it does take tragedy to bring humans together. It's like I always say, if aliens invaded the Earth, I think that would be the only way where everyone would be like, right, we need to stop beefing each other.
Yeah, like, who knows? Yeah. But yeah, it's just.
But yeah, thank you to everyone, honestly. And RIP to everyone who's lost their lives. There's countless of names. Sorry, I just finished my little thing.
No, go for it.
What is it? RIP to anyone who's lost their lives. RIP to, there's countless of names. We can't even reel them off anymore. And there's just time for a change. And I don't want my friends' kids or my friends' grandkids to still have to go through this same stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. It's painful. It's painful. But yeah, and all I wanted to say is, you know, apologies if we haven't articulated it as best as we could. Like, we're doing our best to try and, you know, relay our true feelings. And, you know, if we have said anything out of turn, feel free to call us out on it. We're always trying to learn, always trying to make sure we get it. Yeah,
honestly,
you know,
if anything... Don't come for our heads, please.
Don't kill us. But yeah, no.
Don't kill us, but no. If I agree. If there is anything that you think we haven't addressed properly,
absolutely,
or you think we might have not, as Mahesh said, articulated, because we do deep. This is a deep down issue for both of us. Like,
absolutely, yeah. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Rest in peace to,
obviously, every day,
to all the individuals who've lost their lives at the hand of racism and police brutality. Rest in peace to those who've lost their lives in the protests like that's happened, which is fucking heartbreaking. But yeah, no, keep fighting. As I said, keep signing petitions, keep donating, keep the momentum. If you see any microaggressions, if you see any racist terms within your friends' family, call it out. You know, try and speak to your family if you think they might hold any damaging and oppressive or racist views. So yeah. And as I said, I'll repeat myself. Like, apologies if we haven't articulated that well. But if you feel we haven't, just feel free to drop us a message and let us know where we've gone wrong. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we handled that actually all right. You know, to be honest.
Yeah, we've done our best.
I'll go through and listen to it. And chop some stuff out, regardless. Anyway, if there's anything, but I think we did well.
Wicked. Yeah,
I think we did well. Right. Come on, we need to get in a bad mood now. Come on, we need to play a song before we go into the next section. We can't just go into the next section like this.
Oh my god. It's back, baby.
Yes, boy.
Football is back.
We finally have some shit to talk about.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm excited. So as a lot of you may know, we are avid football fans for you, Mahesh. And it's finally returning. On this Wednesday, the 17th of June, there are 2 football games in the Barclays Premier League. There's been German football, there's been a bit of Spanish football. To be honest, Mahesh, I'm going to be real with you. I haven't watched any of it. I haven't cared that much.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I watched the Borussia Dortmund Bayern Munich game. Was that 2-3 weeks ago, whatever that was?
1-0 to Bayern, wasn't that?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only game I've seen really. But I
haven't watched any. I've seen highlights. I've not watched any games properly.
But it's gonna be interesting to see football back, because I think there's rules. Is there, like, apparently, I don't know. Mesh, you might know. I know you're with football Twitter a lot more than I am. But is there apparently 5 subs allowed?
I think so. Yeah.
And I heard there's 2 water breaks per half.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And the players have to sit 2 meters away from each other on the bench, despite the fact if they get brought onto the field, they have to just go near the players.
Huh? What?
That doesn't make
Who knows?
That doesn't make sense at all. But yeah, football's back. It's gonna be weird. I don't know what it's gonna be like for fitness wise. I don't know if the players are gonna be fit.
Yeah, it's gonna be strange. It's gonna be proper strange.
I don't. It's all right. I'm not the most like. At the end of the day, I would be a lot more excited. I am excited. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but I would be a lot more excited if it was a new season. I think.
What if it was like a normal, like?
No, if it was like a new season.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'd be way more excited because it's like then we could just like sort of like you got right. The table's reset. You know, it's not going to be Liverpool definitely winning the league. Like
yeah. I mean, to be fair,
yeah. But I do understand we do need people to get relegated.
Yeah. And top four is still a bit up
the
for grabs.
Championship teams as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the top four still could be. You don't know what could happen in the top four as well.
I think, to be fair, the top three is pretty much decided. I think Leicester, Liverpool, City, and Leicester are definitely coming top four. I think.
I think that fourth spot is a bit. I haven't seen the table in.
Okay, so I mean, Liverpool winning the league. That is, we all knew that. But then Man City on 57 points.
If Liverpool lose every game and Man City win every game, can they win the league?
Yeah, but Liverpool would literally have to.
They'd get 30 points because that would be then they'd get 87.
Yeah,
Liverpool would have to lose almost every game. Maybe like draw one or something like that.
No, Liverpool would have to. If Liverpool drew 4 and lost 5, and then City won every game, then City could win the league. Or if Liverpool lost every game and City won 9 of their last 10, then they could win the league. But let's be real.
Well, they understand the point. It's really difficult.
Yeah,
but not impossible. Not impossible, but very, very difficult.
Yeah, but
I doubt you'd get good odds for Liverpool to win the league.
Not at all. It will be something like 1 in 5,000 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it'd be something ridiculous.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the top 3 will stay as is, I think. And then you have Chelsea on 48 points in 4th, United on 45 in 5th, Wolves in 6th with 43, Sheffield United in 7th with 43, and then Spurs,
and a game in hand.
Yeah. So they could go up to 5th if they win their game in hand, which is fucking bananas. But yeah.
I hope they do. Fucking scenes. Up the blades. Go on. Yeah. Again, you got Spurs on 41 and Arsenal on 40 with a game in hand.
Yes, sir.
So it's all to play for, really. I think that top 4 is... 8 points is a lot when you think about it. But in the grand scheme of things, is it? Because Arsenal win I speak for Arsenal fans per se. We win our game in hand, it's 5 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. And I think, let me see, what are Chelsea's fixtures?
I mean, Arsenal, we got fucking, what are Chelsea's fixtures? I mean, it's all to play for, I think. I mean, our top 4 spot's still definitely
Chelsea have
available.
a few tricky games, actually. Chelsea have to play City, Leicester, Sheffield United, and Liverpool.
Home or away.
So they're playing City at home, Leicester away, Sheffield United away, and Liverpool away. So they've got a few tricky games.
Fuck this. Oh, mate. Oh, right, it's horrible. Oh.
Who have you got?
No. Oh, this is horrific. Wait, is this real? Yeah, oh, man.
Man said, is it real? Jesus Christ.
Oh, we got City next year. Then we got 2 easy games, Brighton and Southampton. Then we got Sheffield United. Then we got Wolves. Then we got Leicester. Then we got Tottenham. Then we got Liverpool.
Fuck. We have.
That's top 4 not happening.
We have some tricky games, to be honest. We have United at home, West Ham at home, Sheffield United away, Everton at home, Bournemouth away, Arsenal at home, Newcastle away, Leicester at home, and Crystal Palace away. So
The only thing I'm hoping is that Liverpool won the league by the time we play them and decide to just play a shit team.
Yeah, that's your hope. Although I
That's
hope
my
Liverpool,
hope.
I hope Liverpool pam you. I hope so.
I hope
they-
not.
I hope they
I
embarrass you
hope they
further.
play Harvey Elliott.
Fucking
I hope they play Harvey Elliott and them man right there.
Jesus.
And Rian Brewster.
But yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go through some of the fixtures. We're gonna talk about some of the games, and see what we're gonna try to do a little new segment on the show. We're gonna call it "Guess That Score."
Oh wait, are we go? We're doing exact score.
No. Okay.
No, let's not do exact score. Let's just go for who we think will win. Because
predict the W. I don't know. I'll think of a good name for the segment next week. I can't think of a name. But this is the prediction show. With me, Lloyd Evans, and Mahesh Parker. And basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna read out some games. We're gonna pick our winners, talk about the games, and then next time we record, we're gonna come view it. We'll review our lists. We'll make a tally.
Yes, sir.
And we'll keep a little, and then the winner between me and Mahesh will win the prediction show cup, which is not real.
It's all.
It's just all fake, but it's bragging rights, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So
okay.
Should we read the games? I'll start with the games.
Villa versus Sheffield. I'm gonna go Sheffield. I'm going Sheffield. Villa are fucking awful.
I don't know, you know. Villa are awful, but at home, so I don't know. I went Sheffield as well.
Yeah. City versus Arsenal. City are gonna pam you, and it's gonna be so fun to see. It's gonna be so fun to see.
I had to say Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan. Do I think we'll win? I don't know. The thing is, I don't know what fitness is like. See,
It's true,
I don't know.
it's true.
I think this first weekend we'll be able to. I think this first
Bit
weekend
rough,
week
yeah.
will be able to give us an idea of what's going to happen.
There'll be some
I don't know
adjusting.
who's been training. I don't know what's been happening. Wasn't Mourinho training in the park with some man during quarantine?
Yeah, and Ndombele, Aurier, Sanchez.
Training in
But
the
I
park.
tell you what. I know that broke social distancing and lockdown rules, but Tanguy and Ndombele is looking lean, and the
Skinny.
Premier League is not ready. The Premier League is not fucking ready.
He looks skinny, bruv. But this guy's he's meant to be a strong guy.
Who?
Dembele.
Ndombele.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know what it is?
He's a
Ndombele,
strong guy.
we all called him chubby, but like all Spurs fans, he was a bit, on the heavy side.
How
but
is
he's lean. He's lean now. The Prem is not
no,
ready.
I saw a picture of him.
Yeah.
Man, skinny. I was so shocked.
Prem is not ready. But yeah.
But that was funny. I remember seeing that picture.
Yeah.
Like, what?
All right.
But yeah, so we're going to the next. So we got
Yeah.
Friday. We've got Norwich versus Southampton. That's a
I'm
tricky
saying-
game.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go on Norwich. I think it's now or never for them. It is now or never for Norwich.
Yeah.
They need to start making a move soon. And I think this game against Southampton is probably going to be their, not last hope, but they're going to have to win this with any hope of surviving.
I'm saying
so
Southampton.
I understand why, but I'm going to go down the dog on
Yeah.
that one. Norwich, that Carrow Road, so let's see what they... So we go on to the next fixture on Friday, which is Tottenham versus United. I actually don't know. Again, it all depends on fitness.
I'm gonna play it safe and say draw.
You've got to say Tottenham. You've got to say we're gonna go draw. All right.
I'm gonna play it
I didn't
safe.
think. I don't know why I picked a winner for every game. Like a draw is impossible.
I'm gonna say draw. That's the only game I'm predicting a draw for.
I'm gonna go
because
for draw too. I'm gonna go draw too because I actually don't know.
Yeah.
As I said to you before, I chose all the winners at every game except that
Yeah.
one. So I'm gonna go draw as well. I think again it all just depends on fitness. United will have Pogba back, so that'll be interesting to see him and Pereira play together. Not Pereira, he's shit. What's the
Fernandes.
It'll be interesting to see how Pogba and Fernandes work together in midfield. That's exciting. United going forward are a bit.
Nah, you know what? They clicked into gear before Corona hitting.
Yeah, they did a bit.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see. I do like Fernandes. I think he's probably best player on that field on that day. But we'll see what fitness is like, as I said before.
Yes, sir.
But going off what I've seen for the rest of the season, I'm going to go draw 2.
Yeah.
Saturday, June 20th, we've got Watford versus Leicester. Watford
I'm saying Leicester.
I'm saying Leicester too. Because Watford are fucking shit.
Yeah.
They've been poor this whole season. They
did beat Liverpool though. They did beat Liverpool.
I remember. I couldn't. Mate, I was so happy. Oh my god!
Shameless Arsenal fans, man.
Mate, I turned the game on at 2-0. I was like, they're gonna pull it back. They're gonna pull it back. Then the next game we got is bloody hell. We're playing again on Saturday. Phew. These boys better get into gear. We've got Brighton versus Arsenal away. See, that's a tricky one because Arsenal away are always suspect.
Yeah, and for that reason, I'm saying.
But I've still gone Arsenal. I've had to go Arsenal.
I'm saying Brighton.
You're saying Brighton?
Yes.
Not even a draw. You're a whiz, man. If that was Spurs, I would have bet Spurs.
Agendas have to run.
You're a prick. You're a prick.
Fuck Arsenal every time.
West Ham versus Wolves.
I'm saying Wolves.
I said Wolves too, but I don't. West Ham is sort of similar thing I said with Watford, Norwich. I think they will survive, but they do need to make sure they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. Bournemouth at home. I've gone Bournemouth. You know. If all these results happen and I don't put an Acheron, I'll be so annoyed.
Oh, I'm gonna say Bournemouth versus Palace. I'm gonna say Palace.
I'm gonna say Palace. Yeah, but they're away though, so I don't know. But again, Palace have been alright this season.
Yeah.
So on Sunday we've got Newcastle versus Sheffield United. Newcastle at home.
Newcastle versus Sheffield United. I'm gonna say.
I went with Castle. You know. I think the wheels might come off Sheffield United. You know. I know. I don't want to be a hater. Hater. But I do look at that team on paper and I'm like, right, the wheels could come off.
Yeah,
I don't know why I think they might. But I've gone with Newcastle because I don't think they've been as bad as they have been. I think Steve Bruce has done a decent job with what he's had at his disposal. I think Alan Saint-Maximin could turn into a top Premier League winger under the right tutelage next season. But we'll have to see. But I've gone with Castle.
I'm saying Sheffield. I'm going to say Sheffield.
You're going to say Sheffield United?
Yes, sir.
I do think a draw is quite possible in that game, though, to be fair.
True. Very true.
Aston Villa versus Chelsea.
Villa, terrible.
Yeah,
Villa, so bad. It's so awful.
Yeah. Everton versus Liverpool. I've gone for a controversial one here, you know.
Who are you saying?
I said draw.
Oh, interesting. I'm saying Liverpool.
It's at Goodison Park, so I don't know. I don't know. I want to prolong Liverpool's title sort of
coronation.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, exactly. So if Arsenal win, I don't want Liverpool to win. You know what I mean? But then we have on the Monday, which is the last game we'll be doing. Oh, did you say Liverpool? Yes, and on we have Monday, we have City versus Burnley.
I'm saying City.
I said City too. Again, Burnley, they haven't been that great. They've not been nothing surprising.
Yeah.
But, we'll have to see how that all goes.
Yeah.
Tune in next time for the prediction show.
Yes,
because we'll see who does what, and we'll keep a tally basically, and we'll make like a little league table, and then at the end of the season, the person with the most, I don't know, person with the most will have to buy someone something or something like that. We'll do something.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We'll think of something. We'll think of something. Might be a forfeit, but we'll think of something. Well, I was waiting for it, but so I'm going to move on to a bit of MMA stuff. Mahesh, you could talk a bit about this first part though. So remember, I told you about Fight Island,
Yes, sir.
and I was really excited because I thought, oh, it'll be like some Bruce Lee movie. There'll be like ninjas. It'll be sick. Like, you know, they're gonna. There was so many rumors. They were like, is it gonna be an island in the Caribbean? People were saying he might use Epstein's island. I was hype. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna have cage fighting on a pedophile's island. What the fuck? This is nuts. but no. So Fight Island's been announced. It's in Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. Yas Island in Abu Dhabi is about 20 minutes away from the airport. It has an IKEA, a huge mall, a bunch of hotels, an F1 racetrack, full neighborhoods, has hosted 3 UFC events in the past in 2010, 2014, and just last year. And I was like, well, that's a bit wank. I expected some sort of like fucking.
Did you expect it to be like Lost, bruv? Fucking.
Yeah, I expected it to just be I expected it to be like a tiny island, a camera crew, an octagon in the middle of the beach. And then man just
You're an idiot.
And you can hear like waves crashing. All sorts.
You're such an
I feel
idiot.
so betrayed.
You're such a.
No, but when my man said Fight Island, I thought, raw, he's getting an island for man to fight on. Not like,
Bro, you were thinking of you.
That's like having a fight in England and calling it Fight Island, because England's an island technically.
Bro, you were thinking of UFC Tropical Edition or the UFC
Yeah,
Life of Pi Edition, bro.
Yeah, I was expecting some palm trees, like sand. There's just an octagon in the middle of the beach. Like, if a big waves crash, it might hit their hair, you know.
Jesus Christ.
So that really let me down. But it makes sense. I'm happy for it because it lets some British fighters who lost out on a chance of fighting in London because the car was obviously cancelled. It gives them a chance to make their bag. So that makes me happy. You know, I can't complain in that sense. And we have international fights, which is cool. So I'm going to run through some of the fights. This part is a bit boring for you, Mahesh. But UFC 251, we have 3 title fights. First we have Jose Aldo and Petr Yan, fighting for the vacant bantamweight championship after Henry Cejudo has retired, claiming to be for personal issues, but it's for money. And then we have the rematch between Volkanovski versus Holloway. I'm going to go through these fights quickly because we'll probably record before July, whatever Fight Island is on, so I can go in more depth then. But we'll have Volkanovski versus Holloway. Holloway was for me, a lot of people say Jose Aldo, but I think Holloway is the GOAT featherweight fighter. And he lost his title to Volkanovski in December. I think Holloway can turn it around, but I'm interested to see. Max is one of my favourite fighters, so I want to see what those two do against each other. And Usman versus Burns. So a lot of people for the welterweight championship. So a lot of people were thinking, that's a bit rubbish because everyone wanted to see Jorge Masvidal, and I'll talk about that in a bit because I want to ask Max about a few things as well back then. But some more fights to look forward to. What I'm looking forward to. There's a fight card next week headlined by Blades and Volkov at heavyweight, so that should be good. I probably won't stay up for it, but I'll definitely check out some of the fights. And June 28th we have Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's gonna get absolutely fucked. He keeps chatting shit on Twitter, so I'm excited to see Dustin beat him up because that I think that's just a fight which proves that the top of the lightweight division is crazy. You know, you've got people like Greg McGregor, Khabib, you know, Dustin, you know, Charles Oliveira. It's no place for like where Dan Hooker should be further down. You know, he's like Ally Quinter level. And we've got Darren Till, the pride of Liverpool, fighting Robert Whittaker on the end of Fight Island. So I'm looking forward to those bad boys. So I want to touch on 250 real quickly. So the main card was pretty cool. I thought their standout performances were definitely from Sterling O'Malley, Cody Garbrandt. Obviously Amanda Nunes was gonna stand out, but she's the GOAT at this point. You know, they're running out of women to fight her. They need to put her in with like Cody Garbrandt or something at this point, because she's just ridiculously good. You know, who has she not knocked out? She knocked out Rousey. She knocked out Holmes. She knocked out any bantamweight fighter that's a woman you could think of. She knocked them out. Like, she's ridiculously good. But yeah, and I think one issue that's been going around a lot. I want to ask your opinion on this, Mahesh. So, recently UFC. Well, it started with UFC light heavyweight champion John Jones. He came out and said, I want to fight the heavyweight contender Francis Ngannou. Then he came out and said they weren't going to pay him the money. And now a lot of other fighters are retiring, I say. They ain't retired. But apparently a lot of it's over money. And a lot of it's over the UFC not allowing certain people to do what they want. I just wanted to ask what you think about this, Mahesh. So, most other sports divisions or leagues, I'm not sure about how it is in the Premier League, but I remember I saw a thread, and I think most sports divisions or leagues play their players and athletes. I think it's usually about between 45% of revenue and 51% of revenue. But in the UFC, it's 18.
Wait, what?
18. So it's just like, I just thought that was interesting, because it's like, that's so fucking low. Like,
that is
especially
really low,
like these man, they go in there, no one's ever died in the UFC. I'm not sure if anyone's ever died competing in MMA. No one's ever died in the UFC. But it's like, these man go in there to just like kill or be killed, in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, when you're risking all of that for 18% of revenue, I can't blame these men for not wanting to fight. It's horrible, and I just hope that somehow UFC can come to some sort of agreement. I understand they maybe not be able to right now, because Livegate has probably made them take a huge hit. I also worry about football clubs as well, like how much of it of a hit has live tickets and gate taken away from football clubs and all sorts of sports. I'd like to know how that affects finances for clubs. But that's all I really wanted to do for the little Lloyd Evans MMA show. But yeah, make sure we'll probably record before 2:51, and if we record before some more fights happen, I'll give you my reviews on those. But yep. Right, rapper Freddie Gibbs.
Sure.
You probably know him from 2 projects he's released with Madlib. Freddie's been on a fucking run recently, and he only seems to be getting better. So this project's with Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist. Alchemist is the legendary producer. If you don't know, get to know. He's done beats for everyone. You know, if you've listened to any Griselda projects, you've definitely heard the Alchemist beat or 3 maybe, you know.
Sir.
He's got a great relationship with some of the gritty rappers in the game, some of the real spitters in the game. So you've got to love Alchemist. But yeah, do you want to get into a track review, Mahesh?
Yeah, let's go.
We can do, yeah.
I was just gonna say, like,
stuff.
just before I have like one point I'll say after we've finish it, like reviewing all 3. But just from the off, it was nice to listen to albums that felt concise and didn't drag.
Oh, this is the best week. This is the best.
Yeah. Like, I think all 3 of these like projects that we've listened to are all like around an hour, like all together, like all 3 together, which is like so refreshing. But yeah, so Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, Alfredo.
We had to listen to that stupid Lil Uzi Vert album. That was 45 minutes. Oh my god.
Was it 45?
My track 10, I was like, I want this to end. It was long.
I was just gonna say, the album cover of Alfredo really makes me want to have a good carbonara. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going on a tangent here. Basically,
no, I felt that. I felt that too.
I went to Vienna in December 2018, so about a year and a half ago, and I had this amazing carbonara in a Vapiano's in Vienna. And I don't know why, seeing the pasta on the cover just made me crave a good carbonara. And you can't beat a good pasta. But yeah, let's go. 1985. Right, I love the guitar. Yeah.
That's how the album started.
Yes, sir. 1985, I arrive. What did J. Cole?
I just thought it was a great intro to the album. I thought just having Freddie sort of spit over that minimalistic beat just really got me ready for the album. I thought the
Yeah.
hook was great. Yeah, it was just him. It just got you ready. I just thought it set the tone perfectly.
Yeah. I love the guitar. I don't know why, but even though I don't think it was pardon me, I don't think it was the same kind of sound that Kanye used on Gorgeous. But I don't know why the guitar kind of reminded me of Gorgeous. And that sample. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Really good intro. I think like when listening to these albums, like I listened to them before without really taking notes, but like I really like taking this in properly. Really like it's just a really good song. Really good start to the project. Yeah. Yeah.
God is perfect. God is perfect. That beat knocked.
Oh,
And
amazing, man. Amazing.
Freddie just kills it. Honestly, Freddie Gibbs' flow seems to get better and better with each release. Like, you know, when he started doing the fast flow on that song, I was like, oh, Freddie's got this in his arsenal. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's like, I think I love the piano. It was really eerie and like haunting, but it just works like. And like Freddie's flow, it just comes together, man. It's like I'm trying to think of like a comparison.
It complements every beat so well.
It's like a good rum and coke. It's like a good rum and coke, just combining to give you that sweetness and drunkenness at the same time. It's
Rum
perfect.
and ginger beer.
That actually bangs as well. You know, rum and ginger beer, excellent. But yeah,
Nice rum and ginger beer.
Yeah.
Track number 3, Scotty Beam. This was a great song.
yeah, really good song. Really good song.
The hook was sick. You know, when he was like, the revolution is televised. My
Yes, sir.
execution might be televised. And I think people had went to the Black Lives Matter protest with like signs that wrote that, and then Freddie was posting them on his Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
amazing.
I thought
That's
pretty
wicked.
cool. And I thought the pop culture references were interesting. The Scotty Beam, I don't know. It was just like, wasn't that the girl who was on that was the girl who was on Joe Budden's show with Remy Ma. State of the Culture, that's the one. I don't think she's on it anymore, but that's who Scotty Beam is.
Oh. I'll be honest, I didn't know who Scotty Beam is. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I just like
Freddie Gibbs
I feel like I've heard
that podcast.
Oh.
And he was like, I think Moore was like, oh, what was your inspiration for Scotty Beam? And he was like, her N-word.
Shit. Oh my
so
days.
Funny. Also, plus Ross did his thing, man.
He did his thing, man.
That kind of laid back, luxurious sounding instrumentals with the luxurious sounding instruments. It's just Ross. He's just the best luxury rapper. Like Ross, I could be broke as fuck, but I hear a Ross song and I'm like, wow. I feel like I've just eaten lobster.
Honestly, man, like the beat is it's so smooth and chill, and like this sounds weird, yeah, but it just screamed luxurious and opulent to me. I don't know. I just felt like I was sat in a mansion, fucking drinking expensive
Even the hook, like when he's
alcohol.
Like, the revolution might be televised. That even the way he was just saying it was like,
yeah. And I loved I loved Ross. He had a little shout out to the Bryant family in there as well, which is really nice. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and Gigi Bryant and those who lost their lives in that helicopter crash.
Tagging Vanessa. Stop tagging Vanessa and shit. She don't want to see it.
Yeah, but it was nice to have
Leave her alone. Leave Vanessa Bryant alone, man.
Who, me?
Wait. No, the people.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, shit.
No, she put a thing out and she was like, she had to make her Instagram private because fan pages kept reposting her pictures and it was fucking up her algorithm. So she had to make her thing private so she can't see it. Yeah, so leave Vanessa Bryant alone, man. She's just trying to. But anyway, back onto this. Look at me.
Look at me. What did I say?
It was alright. I think that might have been my least favourite song on the whole project.
Really?
Yeah,
I really liked it, man.
I did, but the worst part is, I did like it. I didn't dislike a single song on this.
Yeah, I for me, like I love the production on this one.
Oh,
And
no,
like
no,
it was
wasn't.
simplistic.
This wasn't.
Oh.
No, the sample was sick. The sample was sick.
Yeah, yeah. It was like somewhat simplistic and stripped back, but it really worked. And like the strings over it just complemented it so well. And like, I think it's weird because it kind of juxtaposes. Is that a word? Is poses a word?
Juxtaposes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess. It is now.
Okay. There's some rules. But yeah, it's kind of like, or instead of juxtapose, I said it contrasts Freddie's voice because like this beat is so chill and laid back, and then you have Freddie screaming "bitch, bitch" and like all these expletives, but it works. It's a weird like.
It was a great record.
They weirdly complement each other, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Yeah.
You knew this was gonna be my one, Mahesh.
Frank Lucas, of course, man. I see Benny. You love it.
Oh, the beat was crazy. The use of the bass in the song was awesome. It didn't just sound like an 808. It sounded like a live bass. But I felt like the rappers were able to use the bass when they were flowing, sort of like a bass drum, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The synth they used in that song, like just sort of the eeriness, it gave it that ominous feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Benny did not come to play. Benny did not come to play. He lived up to his name, dog.
Okay.
He was a butcher.
Yeah, he just, the production is still wicked on this, and like I felt like it took like the beat was more gritty to kind of accommodate Benny, but it's cool and it works, and like Benny's first solid as always, man, just solid, really good. Yeah.
The next one, something to rap about.
Love this song.
Oh,
really,
you know
loved
what?
It.
So I didn't look at the track list before listening to this album. I just sort of went for a walk and put the album on, and I knew Rick Ross was on the song for some reason. But then the song ended, and I heard this guy rapping. I was like, "That's not Tyler, the Creator."
Yeah.
No way! And I checked the song, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Tyler." I thought Tyler. To think about this album as well. All the features really complemented Freddie really well. I thought that the features were so excellently picked.
Yeah.
They all worked with Freddie so well.
Yeah, definitely, honestly. Yeah, like for this one, the production is amazing. Again, like just on the whole project, Alchemist, just man, just the quality, the level, it's just unbelievable. Freddie killed it. Tyler's verse was sick.
Tyler
sick.
It, bro.
I couldn't
believe it.
Yeah, and the guitar as well. I love the guitar in it. But yeah, wicked track.
Next one was Baby Shit. Again, another great
really good song.
I think
really
a lot of things that went overlooked on this project, I think, is Freddie's hook game.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
The choruses are really good. I thought the choruses were really catchy. I thought the choruses were really snappy.
Definitely.
I think that was what really drew me in, and I didn't really expect it to be such me to enjoy the chorus so much of these kind of records. And I thought his flow switch up on these songs was crazy.
Yeah.
Again, it was sort of like God Is Perfect, where I was like, oh, you can do that too. That's nuts.
Because he had the rapping and the just the whole. It's a really good project. Really, we haven't even got to the end, but yeah.
Man, he just talks his shit so well.
Yeah.
And it's like, he does so well. Freddie does this thing where he will talk his shit and be introspective at the same time, and it's like, wow, you do this so effortlessly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come across as preachy, you know what I mean? Because I know that's a lot of people's problem with Kendrick and Cole. Like, sometimes it comes off a bit preachy. But I didn't get that at all. But he was still being really introspective.
Yeah, definitely. He makes it work, man. It just comes together perfectly.
Number 8, Babies and Fools.
Oh, no. I was just going to say... Sorry. I was just going to say...
Sorry.
No worries, man. Like, for Baby Shit, the beat had more of a bounce to it. But I liked it. And again, I feel like I'm complimenting Freddie all the time, but his flow is wicked. And like, I don't know if you got this, but there was like a background. I think it was strings, I think it was a string sound. I think it reminded me of Porcelain by Moby.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a little bit,
bit.
just a little bit. But yeah. Babies and Fools, as you were saying. Go on.
Oh, Babies and Fools was a fucking great record.
Track.
I thought, you know what I mean? Really got me as well. Conway.
Yeah, man.
Conway was really introspective in his verse, and I don't think I've ever heard Conway be that sort of open. Like, he was talking about his kids, when he was saying he needs to beat his son's failing maths or something like that, and he needs to be a better father to his son, and I was like, wow, you're really,
keeping it
pouring
real,
your
isn't
heart
it?
out here. Yeah, and I love the way they started their verse with the same line. Like, my first love was that rapping shit. My first love was that NBA. I got it from that 2K. You know what I mean? They started their verse off the same way. I love when rappers do that.
Yeah,
I don't know why. And the example was so sick. And the scratches as well really got me. Like, I was like, when the scratches and the introspectiveness. No, that was a very, very great song. I thought, just seeing Conway open up like that as well was awesome. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and I think Freddie kills it. Yeah, again, Conway. Oh my days! I was gonna say like, his rapping on this, it's just perfect. Like, I know I said I was talking about Rum and Coke earlier. I forgot what song it was. But like, the way the beat complements Conway's rapping, like they kind of weaved in and out of each other, but it just came together so well. Yeah, killed it. And Alchemist, like, what can I say, man? I praise him so much for this project, but he just honestly amazing, amazing.
Number 9, Skinny Suge.
Funny title, given that Freddie looks like Suge Knight if he was.
Yeah, he does a little bit.
Just
a tiny bit, but yeah.
You know what,
again,
this is like it's a good track, but it's probably my least favorite off the album, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like it's the worst of a bad bunch. Not the worst of a bad bunch. The worst of a good bunch, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean, man. I see what you mean. It's like, it's like Frank Lampard finishing third in the Ballon d'Or nominations of 2005. Just the best. You're the worst of a good bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good analogy.
No, I agree. It's an excellent analogy.
But yeah. Again, I like the song though. I thought he's just so good at being introspective, but not fucking forcing it down your throat.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's again this song. And we'll go for the last one, All Glass. I think something about All Glass. I think you would appreciate was the organ.
Yeah, no, the beat was different, but I really liked it. The organ was the effect in the background, wasn't it? That like.
Yeah. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Oh man, I should like this."
Yeah, it was a solid end to an excellent project. Really good project.
It was sort of just like, it was like 1985. Like, it was just a great way to close it.
It's quality, man. Really good. Just really enjoyed listening to this.
Overall, mate, the Alchemist versatility on the production, it just soundtracks some of like Gibbs' best flows, best performances yet, and it just keeps getting better and better. And I think Gibbs blends pop culture references with like street narratives and introspection, and just keeps his bars very interesting, while Alchemist brings like a greatness and versatility on the production side of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
And it's
I think
very
like
fucking cohesive.
It just works, man. It's a very polished project, very very polished. Like you can tell they really put their time and effort into this one. You can absolutely tell. Yeah, like all I was gonna say, Alchemist killed it on production. Freddie has like a really gritty voice, but it complements. As I said, like it counters, but it complements the smooth production. And also in terms of like the production, even though I'd say a good bit of the album is quite smooth, there are also beats where it switches up and changes, whether to me be more like gritty or have more of a bounce to it. But yeah, loved it. Really good project. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. One of my favourite albums of this year. I'm
definitely
going to go back to that a few times.
Definitely.
But yeah, we'll go into rumour now if you want.
Yes, sir. Drug dealing is a lost art.
So, a few months ago, one of our first podcasts we played, I think it was the second podcast, we played a song by a group called Rumour called Rascal. You might remember them because Mahesh said, doing some gangster stuff.
I did? Oh, shit.
You said something that sounded really Tory. It was like, proper gangster stuff.
What was it I said?
Like the guns.
Wait, let me find it. No, I gotta find it now. I think I said it in a group chat. Let me find it.
Yeah, it was like proper gangster stuff. But yeah, so he has finally released his first sort of project after signing with Warner Brothers. A few notes I'm going to say before reviewing it. It's a great project. Great first project out the gate, you know. For someone who blew up in January, you know, you've done pretty good to get a project out this good in June.
Oh, honestly.
There's still a lot of work to be done in sort of production side, on sort of vocal inflections, and sort of layering the vocals and whatnot, but there's loads of potential and it's awesome, so I'm not gonna nitpick too much on that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna accept it for what it is, you know what I mean?
No, honestly, I really enjoyed it, man. But you want to get into a track by track breakdown?
Yeah, can do,
sir.
brother. Right, number 1, we got Welfare.
Okay, this was a really great start, but you're not gonna like
fire.
This. It was sick, yeah. But I didn't like West Side's
I think
part.
I know what you're going to say. It's going to piss me off.
I didn't like West Side's part,
man. I knew you were going to say it.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say it. I really liked
it
West Side on it, though.
It was either... For me, I don't know whether it was... I know he's a rapper. He's not going to sing in tune. But I don't know if it was the timing or, like, the tuning or, like, the... He just felt out of place.
Great. I really liked him just opening the track, you know, doing his thing, then cutting.
Yeah.
It wasn't like long either.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know what I mean? It was just short. It was like, I liked it though. I thought the chorus was great and his vocal inflection. That song was awesome. A lot of his melodies are so awesome. I need a bitch of welfare.
Oh, it was wicked, man.
Wicked. Yeah, his melodies and flows on that were awesome.
How can you make Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
How can you? I don't think I've rarely come across someone who can make crime sound so eloquent and beautiful. Like, it's just unreal.
Oh, mate.
It's awesome. It's sick, man. The beat is wicked, and like I love it because like it's kind of like stripped down at the start, but then like you have the drums and the bass like kicking in. Yeah, loved it. Really good start. But yeah.
So we got Dealers. We might as well talk about the remix while we talk about this too.
Yeah.
Dealer was a great song. I had never heard the original because I'd only ever heard the remix. Because I've been listening to the remix for a few weeks now. Because when it came out, I was kind of, Future Lil Baby on a Rumour song. Oh, that's great.
Okay, unpopular opinion. Yeah, I prefer the original. You know, I prefer the version without Future and Lil Baby.
I knew you were going to say that. You know, when you
I think.
Opinion. See, I don't because I heard I didn't know there was an original. I assumed that the one I had on my phone was the original.
Oh, I get you. Yeah,
I
get you.
Yeah, the one with Future and Lil Baby. I thought that was the original. But I thought the original was nice because I thought we got more of Rumour on that. And especially in terms of song structure, it made a lot more sense.
Yeah. No, I think Dealer is my favourite song off the project.
Future and Lil Baby were great additions.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think my favourite song off the project might have been Welfare. Other than Rascal, obviously.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, for Dealer, I love the beat. Was it a banjo that was playing at the start?
On Dealer, ding ding ding
ding ding ding ding ding. Yeah.
I never really thought of it. Might have been like a distorted banjo or something along those lines.
I know it's some kind of like stringed instrument, but yeah,
It was a
distorted banjo. I
string,
think that
some
puts it
sort
well.
of plucked instrument. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
What's this
the
next song called? How do you pronounce this?
yeah the. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say just a few more things.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, man. The banjo's wicked, and like the beat has like a bounce to it, and like the kicks and hi hats just come in really well, and yeah, man, the singing just top class, top class. I'm not over how incredible. Like, how can you just make? It's just amazing. It's just amazing. But yeah, I think the next one is it Nouveau Is it Nouveau Riche? Riche? I'm not sure.
It's Riche.
Nouveau Riche.
We're not pronouncing it. It's some French shit.
Yeah.
So Nouveau Riche.
Yeah.
I like this song.
Yeah, I did
thought it
too.
was pretty
I did
good.
too. I love like that little riff at the start, and like also it showed like a bit of variation. I feel in terms of the production, and it's quite refreshing. But yeah, I really liked Nouveau Riche.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but hey.
No, I enjoyed that. I thought it works well.
Yeah,
I thought his voice worked really well with the production on that. I thought he like flowed over the production really well, meshed with it good.
Yeah. I'm not over you.
I'm not over you.
Or do you want to say anything?
I thought his. Yeah, we could do. I'm not over you. No, I'm done with that. I thought I'm not over you. I thought his country vocals really came out, and that was really awesome. Like I feel like he kind of like. He sounded a lot more country than he did in the rest of the song, except Rascal, if that made sense.
Yeah, no, honestly, I feel like this is a real example of like country trap. Like this is, yeah, and I really liked it. It was definitely more country than I think every other track on the album, but I really liked it.
I did think I had a bit more. I had a few gripes with the song. I thought the late 808s were a bit lazy.
Okay.
They were just sort of pressed like, and I was like, I do expect a bit more from Timbaland. Like,
yeah.
Timbaland produced this, and the 808s do sound quite lazy. I was
Wait, Timbaland produced that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
Timbaland. Yeah, like the Timbaland. Yeah, so exactly. You expect a bit better, right?
You'd expect it to be a bit more polished, I guess. Yeah.
And you expect a bit more drums, like the drums, like you expect those Timbaland drums. I thought the chorus could have been a bit more creative as well. Instead of like, oh, when he's like, I'm not over you, and he's just like, oh. I was like, all right. But it was a good song.
Yeah, no.
Anything
I
you
liked
say
it.
about that?
I liked it. Nah, man, that was it. It was very much country, but I really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
And number 5, Silence. Oh.
Yes, sir. No, you didn't like it?
This was definitely my least favourite song by far.
Really? I really liked it, man. I think it showed range, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't
really
polished for you. I enjoyed it. I thought it was
I
a
just
good
didn't think the
track. But hey.
production... It broke up the mood nicely, I thought. I thought it was put in the right place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Like it occurred at the right time where I wasn't angry with it, but I was like, it was well written. I just felt it was a bit unnecessary, and I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit too poppy. You know what I mean? Silence.
Yeah.
Silence on the hill. Like, you know what I mean? I just felt it was a bit too like, it sounded like a weekend interlude.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
But yeah. I enjoyed it. I think it was like another bit of variation. Maybe it wasn't as polished, like Lloyd said, but I think it showed a good bit of range, and yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, Best Friend.
Then we have Rascal, and you know what we think of Rascal.
Oh wait, didn't wait.
We spoke about the remix.
No, but Best Friend. Did you?
Oh shit! I didn't write it down. My bad. Yeah, Best Friend.
That's my least probably.
I have no notes.
Oh, okay. My least favorite track off of it. It was okay, but yeah, my least favorite track off the EP. I think. Yeah.
I did, but I don't remember. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad.
But yeah.
Then we have Dealery, which we already spoke about, and Rascal.
Yeah.
And Rascal's a song of the year still to me. Actually,
yeah,
I don't know, Mahesh.
You already.
I don't know. It might be top 3.
It's amazing, just
I
incredible.
think ID Pistol.
It's gonna go down a classic. I don't care.
ID Pistol has Song of the Year.
With Christian Dior, Billie Jean.
Billie Jean. Come on,
There's some real.
I don't know what he says, but I love that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's Song of the Year. But Rascal's number 2.
Rascal's up there, definitely. But yeah, no, it was. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that project as well.
Yeah, it was a proper solid project. It's a lot of room for improvement, so I'm excited to see where he goes from here, because there's so much potential in this guy. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
and we're gonna go to the last album now, right?
Yes, sir. Little Sims. All
right, I think should we get into straight track by track review, then just give our opinions at the end?
Yes, sir. Little Sims.
Let's go, Lil Sims. All right. Might bang, might not.
I didn't really.
I
like
love
that
this. I like that.
Oh!
A lot, I can't lie.
You liked it?
Yeah, I did. I liked that record a lot. I thought Sims' flow was really, really, really good.
I didn't really like it, man. It just sounded weird to me. I don't know.
I liked it a lot. I can't lie. That'd been my
fair play. No, that's
favorite
fair.
track.
That's fair. No, I get you though. I get you.
I thought the way that I thought that the beat had like a jungle sound to it, like in 1990s time. I just loved the drum pattern. The way she flowed over the drum pattern was sick.
Fair. That's fair though. That's fair. Maybe I need to listen again.
I just thought it was sick. I just thought Sims did her thing over it.
Yeah. But yeah.
One Life Might Live.
I love the bass line. Like you can tell that was done on an actual like bass guitar. And yeah, no, I really like the song. And like, I think the drums kicked in on the hook, didn't they? If I get it right, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Like I feel like
there's like a bit. Of
I really liked it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I thought that like I liked the beat. I thought Sims' flow on this album for the most part is impeccable. I think she rides every beat so well. Pause. But the only problem on that song was the chorus for me. I found it quite minimalistic, generic, and boring. Like one might live. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I get you.
It's like another way to say YOLO.
Yeah, I get you.
I just thought that was kind of boring.
Fair. Yeah. Damn right.
That wasn't really that's probably my least favorite joint.
I like the beat, but yeah, I like the live feel of the instrumentation. But other than that, it was okay. It was alright.
I don't know. The beat was a bit dry for me, and the ad-libs and the muffled sort of vocal hook and distortion sound wasn't really my thing. And I also thought her flow wasn't that great. I didn't really enjoy her flow on that song.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
You Should Call Mum.
Another banger.
Yeah, really good tune. I really enjoyed You Should Call Mum. This project was like super snappy. I liked it though. It was nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice groove.
Yeah, definitely.
It had a really nice groove to it, and I thought it related a lot to the quarantine, and sort of it let me understand how this EP sort of came to be.
Yeah,
I'll explain at the end. But I was a bit like this EP at first because of the sound of it, but it made a lot of sense. And I thought Sims did a good job of sort of, again, her flow. I know I praise her flow and her rapping ability a lot, but bloody hell, that girl can spit.
Absolutely.
But I thought like she just addressed things really well in sort of the sort of like being alone sort of thing during lockdown and the quarantine sort of bars.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed the concept of that song as well, and it was proper groovy too.
Really good song. She's an actor. She's not. I mean, not to say other artists like other rappers and singers aren't artists, but like you can just. I think there's a difference between like your rappers and singers who like make it and become popular, and then the ones who do so but like really have true artistry and like have real quality and a polished nature. But yeah.
Where's my lighter?
Oh, that's my favorite track of the album, man. I loved it.
That
I loved it.
Really good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like it's kind of my word for it would be like ethereal. Like it kind of like you feel it. I don't know, man. You just like really feel it, and like it's really laid back, and like you really take it in, and it's really quality. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Definitely my favorite track off the. I don't know if it's an EP or.
You get that sort of. Yeah, you get that sort of sense of uncertainty through that track. You know, the piano sort of makes that sort of grand feeling, like.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Sims takes leaps and bounds vocally on that song as well, where the other songs are like short and short and snappy. This one twists and turns, and towards the end through the vocals of the singer. It sort of just shows that there's promise of better days to come, despite of the sort of, I just thought that song was just really sort of, the uncertainty really bled through that song, and I really did feel a lot of the words that Sims really spoke on that album.
Yeah.
On that song.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. But yeah, no, a really solid project.
Lil Sims Drop 6.
Solid project.
I thought that the production was sometimes a bit plain.
Okay.
But I understand that she's made this a lot more independently, and I think what's that song? You Should Call Mum helped me understand that, like, that's probably why the reason it feels very musically true to Sims for herself, as opposed to something studio made. And sometimes the production was a bit samey, but the project was short, so it's like I didn't really mind.
Yeah.
And I just thought I think Sims, as usual, did a great job of showcasing why she should be in these conversations with one of the UK's best rappers right now, and it's made me want to go back and listen to her all the music, because I think the way I heard this girl, she can like rap like it's.
And you know
nuts.
what's mad? She has a catalog, man. Like I didn't even know. Oh my god, bro! I'm just preing her her catalog. She has got like 5. One, 2. She's got Edge. She's got Blank Canvas, A Curious Tale of Trials in Person. She's got 5 albums. I need to listen to her, man, because like
6, I think, as well.
She's so young, man. She's so talented. I think the only songs I know by her are 101 FM, which is a banger. Have you heard Proud of Me with Mahalia? Yeah, that's a tune. Selfish, really smooth. And then Mandarin Oranges. But I need to actually listen to her catalogue, because I think...
I've heard a few of the tracks off her last album, Grey Area, and I really enjoyed them. I've been meaning to listen to Grey Area, but I just haven't had the time. It's definitely man. I will listen to now.
Yeah, Grey Area, I think it got nominated for a Mercury. So, yeah, I need to take a listen.
Well, that's pretty cool. Good for her.
Yeah, definitely, man. But, solid project. I think, like, it definitely was... Yeah. I think it was a bit raw and a bit unpolished, but definitely still solid. Definitely still solid. And, yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think the content of the songs help you understand why.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, man. Okay.
All right. So is that it for this week, Mahesh?
Yes, sir. Ooh, tracks. Oh wait, I do.
Oh yeah, we're going to do producer of the week and song of the week. Yeah, so song of the week is going to be "Welfare" by Rim, because that's what I'm listening to right now. And
wicked.
Producer of the week. You know what? We've got to give it to Alchemist, don't we?
Yeah.
We got to give it to Alchemist. So we'll put a link to 2 of their songs in there, because Alchemist has some music releases on his own, so we might as well highlight that as well. So
yes, sir.
So yeah, that's it for this week, I think.
That's it. Yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. I hope you're all staying safe, because even though I think the situation is improving in terms of coronavirus here, be vigilant. Don't be silly. And yeah, in terms of everything else going on in the world, in terms of Black Lives Matter, yeah, as Lloyd has said, keep donating, keep signing petitions, keep sharing news, keep taking the steps that you feel need to be taken, and keep fighting. And yeah, as we
Try
said
to stay
before, if there's
positive.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And if you need a break, social media can be overwhelming. So definitely give yourself some time. And yeah, like as we said before, if there's anything you guys feel that we've said that's out of turn or not, not fitting, feel free to flag us up on it and have a discussion with us. And yeah, but yeah, no, thank you. And yeah, we did our best to try and articulate our thoughts and yeah, and I know it's a much more complicated issue than like we've discussed. There's much more to it, way more to it, and we know that. But yeah, we did our best, and then yeah, thank you very much for listening, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Honestly,
Thank you.
everyone stay positive and just we'll catch you in a bit, man.
Wicked. Adios.